Back in Week 11, the Texans dominated their first matchup against the Titans. Can Tennessee even the score? The answer comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
This one teed up, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And his first look is incomplete. And these 2 division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Brett Kern now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center. Their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Running right through him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We got this. Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Hutchins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Off the play fake. Hutchins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. On third down, Hutchins. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 14 carries, 77 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Tannehill. But not much on that run, Charles. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Here's Brett Kern now, standing just outside his own goal line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hutchins trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Texans. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A toss right to Henry. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage. That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They don't get nothing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
He was brought down by Doug Austin. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd down. Hutchins. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hutchins. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Uses the stiff arm, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Mitchell runs over him. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 16 carries, 62 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
Throwing on 1st down. Hutchins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. And this complete to Mitchell. Powers through him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, it's Mitchell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Hutchins. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Let's go, fellas. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Hutchins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 13.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hutchins. And he slings one that's incomplete. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Hutchins. Throw left side complete. That's Powell. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
Well, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Off play action. Hutchins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out come the Titans now. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, Tannehill once more.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 22. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Looking to throw. Hutchins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Doug Costin
coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, Hutchins.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Hutchins. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal, a loss of 12.
3rd and goal they decided to throw for, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This will be a 37-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Keep playing hard. Give us
Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22.
Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do.
He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again to Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
4 yards on the pickup.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. These guys have definitely been out playing in the first half. I like their confidence. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 17, Tannehill. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good.
And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here comes the the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Here we go.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Hutchins trucks over him. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw on 2nd down, Hutchins. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's a 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. The Dolphins trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Houston.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to next-gen stats. Wow. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Tannehill. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Texans scoop it. And he's got his guys set up right now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get it to
7-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Houston set to take over. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And this will be a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, Pat, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Tannehill now to throw. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. He's picked off at his own 47, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. McPherson's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now out comes Houston. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now this throw caught left side, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Not much there, only a yard.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hutchins, that's caught. Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Texans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
A check down here for Henry. That catch good for only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Texans.
Looking to throw. Hutchins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hutchins. Short throw caught by Pitts. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Hutchins. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll try the left side. It's Mitchell, and this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Dancing away at the 35. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. To throw is Tannehill. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tannehill throwing again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Hutchins toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And the Texans 1st down.
On first down, Mitchell. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On third down, Mitchell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Blake. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. A little short pass. This is Everett. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Houston's offense taking over again. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The tackle made by Kevin Byers. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mitchell bulldozes past him. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Texans.
A Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call.